Showtime, fellas. We in here. Man, I appreciate you guys working with me through all the technical difficulties I was having tonight. Usually
Dude,
it's
that was
one
great.
with usually it's TK the one that's having the internet problems. But yeah, I had to update and restart the computer, so we're like an hour behind. So we're probably only going to rock for about 45 minutes tonight. I still want to wrap it up by 11. No. So let's get started, man. Let's introduce ourselves. First up, man, my name is William. Let me welcome you to my channel. It's called William the Conqueror. And before we get started, I got a full disclosure. I'm my own man. It's just me over here. I'm not part of the manosphere. I'm not with any different colored pills. I'm not with any movements. I'm not some pickup artist. Look, I'm not even a dating coach. I would go as far as to say that I don't even have game. So you're probably wondering why I do this. Hey, that's a great question. I'm glad you asked. I do have extensive experience with women, so I know firsthand most of you fellas have no idea what you're even up against. That woman you're going to marry, have kids with, that's the biggest decision you're going to make in your entire life. You better not mess it up. So what me and the fellas like to do is show you guys a vetting process. We want you to vet the women that you allow into your life. So we're breaking down Bumble online dating profiles tonight to help you men read between the lines. Because look, let's face it, there's subtleties and nuances when it comes to dating. And the things that women say publicly, that's not always what they respond to. So you got three men here that are going to break down these profiles and tell you which kind of women you should stay away from and what a solid profile looks like. So you guys need to know that looks aren't important to me. What I'm looking for is compatibility. I want a woman that's going to be down to do the things that I want to do. And you know what, gentlemen? I have some high requirements. Okay, that bar is pretty high.
As you should.
Hey, and shout out to Boss Mac. I'm rocking some Boss Mac drip.
Turn off voice
It's so
priority.
hard for me. Do it because I want you to, bitch.
Yep.
So let's see if we can find me some winners tonight, gentlemen. Johnny, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself?
All right. So I am Johnny Dumbbell. I am a personal trainer here in beautiful Pittsburgh, PA. I'm also a lifestyle coach. Now, that does not make me any kind of clinical psychologist, psychiatrist, nothing like that. I do not have training in any kind of psychology. What I do know is what it takes to make your life better. What I do know is the mindset that you need and the steps you need to take, because a goal with no plan, nothing more than a wish. Gentlemen, believe me when I tell you, you're going to need a plan if you want anything out of this life.
All right, thank you, Johnny. TK, why don't you say hi to everybody this evening and tell them a little bit about yourself?
I'm TK from West Virginia. Just happy to be here with y'all, man. That's it. That's all she wrote.
Appreciate the time you're donating tonight. All right, fellas, without further ado, let's bring out some ladies and see what we're working with tonight. All right, gentlemen. First up, we got Heather. She's 36. She has no bio here. It says, don't be mad if I am funnier than you. Yeah, I like a woman, who can joke around.
If she was funnier than me, she would have something to say in her bio.
Right.
Listen,
Yes.
I am a dad joke ninja. If you think you're funnier than me, prove it in your bio or I'm swiping left.
Yep.
Or don't make that claim and, tell me what else you got.
Yeah, that's fact.
John, you gotta understand, she's probably used to dealing with guys that want
I
to
know.
compliment her and tell her things to try to, get closer to the bedroom, or like you had like to say, slide in underneath that friend radar,
So what you're saying is what you're saying is she's looking for guys who don't know what we know. Why do you
I'm
think that
saying
is?
she's dealing with guys who are telling her she's funny because that's how they're trying to get their way in the door. So
And listen,
she's just
be careful with those funny girls, because the thing of it is, the funny girl is going to give you okay. The funny girl is funny from life experience, and life experience is the funniest thing you could have. So if you're a stand-up comedian, relating the stories of life experience and making it funny is great. If you're a woman who doesn't do stand-up comedy for a living and you're still the funny girl, you're not doing it for money. What else are you doing it for?
well, maybe
Now,
she just
think about
enjoys a
that.
good laugh.
Hey, and maybe she does. Maybe. But funny girl is one that you're going to want to not. I'll never say disqualify, but keep a close eye on her behavior and how many friends that she has, or girls, how many friends she has. There's
Okay,
always a reason for each.
interesting point. Says her ultimate green flag is emotional intelligence and communication.
So her green flag is somebody who is open to anything that she tells them and is accepting of it because he's happy to be there. What she's saying, what she's basically saying is, make sure that you agree with me, because if you agree with me, you'll buy any BS I throw your way.
Okay, well, I like how she's saying emotional intelligence and communication because Johnny, TK, I got to tell you, nobody can communicate with women the way I do. Man, I am hitting these women. I'm not doing that boring back and forth texting stuff with them. I'm hitting them with audio messages right off the rip. I'm hitting them with video messages. I'm going live with them. I'm communicating with these women in ways they've never had a man communicate with them before. Johnny, TK, they want more.
I mean, that's the thing, man. You got to be different, bro. You got to have something different to offer. If not, a chick's not going to be interested in you. She's not going to say,
I got no problem with that, but the thing of it is, I'm always going to lead with laughter. I'm always going to lead with making you laugh, making you giggle. But here's the thing: if you're not receptive to my message, if you don't seem open to communication with me, then I'm not going to risk trying to make you laugh or trying to make you whatever it is. The first laugh that I give you is going to be earned, whether you realize you earned it or not. And by that, I mean, you're going to have to be open. First of all, you're on a dating site. If you're on a dating site, that means that you've tried the conventional methods and they don't work. Now, that's one type of person on a dating app. The other type of person is the type of person who is just so afraid of actual in-person communication that they've got to go the electronic route. And here's the thing: if you are that type, that means that you lack self-confidence, you don't know how to communicate face-to-face. And even if you are fantastic online, even if you send the best text messages, you post the best statuses, whatever it is, it doesn't matter. You don't have that in-person skill. You don't have that in-person chemistry, nor that ability to communicate. So I'm glad you're funny on, in text, but what else you got?
Well, I'm not too concerned with if she's funny or not, because, the way I communicate, I'm going to be making her laugh, smile, and blush and enjoy every bit of the communication that we have together.
Very true. But what is she doing for you? That's what I want.
Okay, well, what she's got to do
I'm
for
your
me
buddy,
is
man. I want to make sure this girl's going to be good to you.
All right, so one of the things I'm going to do right off the rip is is move her off of Bumble. I'm not going to try. I'm going to explain to her what I got going on and give her my number and put it out there like, hey, you, me, a drink, let's make this happen. And I'll give her my number. Johnny, man, they always text me. So let me see what else we're working with here tonight, man. I'm not trying to.
No, me neither.
I get way too excited about Steelers games. Are you kidding me?
Who said that? No.
Yo, you think you get way too excited about Steelers games. Born and raised in Ohio, but Acrisure Stadium is my second living room.
Hey. You will refer to that place as Heinz Field. I don't care what they call it officially. And like it. You realize that if they call it, listen, my buddy Matt, and by the way, shout out to Staff Sergeant Matt Zerker for saying this. If you actually called it Acrisure Stadium, the abbreviation for that would be to call it the ass. I'm not doing that.
Hey, she's a Steelers fan, dog. I'm out. I only date Browns fans. And let me tell you something about women who are Browns fans, Johnny. They don't expect rings. So I'm rocking with them.
I was going to say that, and you said it for me, and now I have no joke for that.
All right, let's keep going, dog. I'm passing on this one. All right, give me just a second here. Let me preview the next profile before we throw it up there.
By the way, Browns Steelers here in Pittsburgh this Sunday. And Bill, we're going to talk offline about a little possibility of.
All right, I got one here we can view. Here's the thing: I can't show all the profiles. I got to preview them first.
Ooh, all right.
YouTube has community guidelines about especially like kids appearing in the videos. So some of these women don't.
Oh yeah,
that's kind of weird to me, man. How they don't block out their kids because of all the creeps and weirdos you have online.
Yeah.
I don't understand why some of them post their kids.
I mean, like I did that on Facebook just because I had a control to where only my friends and people that I actually personally approved would be able to see it. But yeah, on a dating site, that's
a public dating profile.
Yeah, you don't do that.
You have no idea. Anybody who has access to the internet can get on here.
And young men, this is why you have to have standards, because here's the thing. Music and the media and all the gynocentric parts of our society that are on camera and on in audio, they are going to tell you that, oh my God, women find a good dad so attractive. Maybe they do, but the fact of the matter is that if you put your kids' faces in that theater because you heard them say that, number one, you got to remember they're capping most of the time. But number two, never mind that. Do not put your minor children's faces in exposure for anything other than people that you actually already know. Personally.
All right, let's see what Abby's working with here tonight, Johnny. Hi, I'm Abby. My family made me make this account on Thanksgiving because they want me to find better men. LOL. Okay, for real. I'm 35. I'm a full-time single mom to a special needs boy. My son is my entire life. I'm also his caregiver. Being understanding and honest would be traits I admire.
Wait a minute. Are you telling me that a kid's mother is his primary caretaker? Well, now there's a unicorn. Snatch her up, guys.
I probably shouldn't admit this, but I'm new around here. My family made me make this at Thanksgiving.
Yeah, my ass.
I'm hoping you have a good day and keep your head up.
So here's what's happening here. We're going with the pretty shy girl. So she is after the guys who actually believe that somewhere in America, in middle America, there is a 20-year-old girl. How old is she?
She's 35.
Damn, okay, so I'm still going to say 20-year-old girl who is somewhere on a farm, just, slopping the hogs, plowing the fields, and doesn't know she's beautiful and is waiting for some guy to make her realize that and sweep her off her feet. Except here's the problem. She's 15 years past that. She's 3 to 5 years past the wall. And I don't know if anybody knows this, but if a 35-year-old is giving you that act, it's absolutely artificial. I don't buy it.
Well, Johnny, I like single moms. I said this before. I'll say it again. They got the best fruit snacks in their cupboards, dog. I'll rock with Hey,
listen, they are great.
My kid's school, dog.
And you know what? And they are going to be an absolutely great time for a weekend of fun, maybe 2 weekends of fun, maybe a long weekend. Hey, next time there's a 3-day weekend where you got Friday, Saturday, Sunday, or Sunday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday off, I would say give her a call, get a hotel room, don't spend too much, and have a good time with her. But there's too much drama behind the scenes for that to be worth it, especially at our age. We've already been through that.
All right. Well, you know what? I'm gonna keep this to this profile here, and I could admire her being a single mom. My biggest problem with this profile, and look, I like women who are open and honest and upfront. That special needs kid of hers it's going to take up too much of her time.
Yeah, I'm glad she mentioned that.
Yeah. I'm like I said, I'm really glad she mentioned that.
And I respect that she mentioned it, because look,
yes,
she's coming right out here saying, look, she could have left that in the dark, but she came right out and said, listen, I have a special needs kid. And the unspoken part of what she's saying is, look, there is going to be an extra challenge to dating me than there is going to be to dating a single mother. And dating a single mother alone is already adding another challenge to dating a woman who doesn't have any children. So not only are we talking about a woman with a child, we're talking about a woman with a child who has special needs. And look, man, respect to you, whatever you do and whatever it is. But here's the thing. It is not your fault your child has special needs. It's also not ours either. And we have a choice as to whether or not to get involved with that particular situation. And I got to be honest with you, as much as I admire your honesty, if I were single and looking for a partner, I'm not equipped to handle that. So no. And most guys aren't. I would venture to say a minimum of 75% of guys are not equipped to handle that. Now listen, is that a real statistic? No, it's not. I don't know what the actual percentage is, and I don't think anybody does. But I'm just saying that the odds are against you in that situation.
So I'm going to have to pass on this one.
Yeah. I mean, she seems like a great girl, but no.
Yeah.
Number one, you're past the wall. And number two, you've got an obstacle that was already an obstacle 10 years ago.
Johnny, you know how I feel about redheads.
I don't think that's real. I think she's a brunette that found a really good hair dye.
Right, let me check this next profile real quick, homie.
I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. Just saying.
All right. Next up, we got Jamie. She's 38. I was going to take a picture with a fish or a dead deer in front of my car, but I didn't get around to it. All right.
Damn it, you beat me to it by a half a second.
Yeah, well, Johnny, these women are always saying on here that they don't like dudes with pictures of dead fish or hunting or, and I understand that that's a guy's hobby.
What she's looking for is beta masculinity. And hey, there's guys out there for that. But here's the problem that's going to happen here. She'll find a guy like that, and he's going to mold himself to be what he thinks she wants. And because most women don't have that high of an opinion about themselves. And if they do, especially after the age of 35, largely they're captive. So even if they inflate their, feeling of self-worth, even if it's a completely undeserved sense of self-entitlement, and they puff themselves up, when that guy does come along and puts them on the pedestal, deep down inside, they know, man, I am really not that great, and there's no way he can't see that. He's putting me on a pedestal. He must really not be that respectful.
Johnny.
And so from the very beginning, if you have tried that hard to get with a woman like that, she already has lost whatever respect for you she had initially. Now, what happens from that point on is going to depend on whether or not she needs a man she can walk all over, or if she needs a man that she can actually look up to and respect. And if it is the latter, she's already creating her own internal dissonance by going for a guy that she doesn't respect just because he fits what she has been told all her life is the societal norm of the kind of guy she should be looking for. Which, as we all know, once we've woken up and realized the way things really are, frankly, counterintuitive.
Now, Johnny, I find that a lot of women are insecure as hell, dog.
And look, I understand, man. When you get the pressures on, I get it.
it's easy to spot too. They cake on the makeup. They got eyelashes on so heavy that they can't open their eyes more than halfway. You
Oh, and
know,
by the
they
way, now that you mentioned that, I just want to make this public service announcement, ladies, and young ladies, middle-aged ladies, old ladies, especially those of you past the wall. I just want to remind you of one thing. Before you go calling a man ugly, remember that he is not the one wearing makeup.
okay, Johnny. All right, my point is though that women are very insecure. So when a guy comes along and puts them on a pedestal and starts worshiping them and doing every little thing that they want, it's so easy for them to lose respect for the guy because of their own insecurities about themselves. They're really wondering what is wrong with you that you think they're so great that you got to put them on this pedestal when they're insecure about who they are. I just
And listen,
don't get it, dog.
I'm not saying don't ever put a woman on a pedestal. I mean, I've been with my girlfriend for 18 months, but she has earned the spot she has on the top of the pedestal she's currently on. But remember that was a long and drawn out process that was proof after proof after proof.
That's what's up. That's a successful vetting process. And we'll get into that a little more in the weeks to come, because we're going to do we've decided we're going to go with self-mastery Mondays, and we're going to talk about ways that you can master yourself. Because if you can't control yourself, if you can't lead yourself, you can't master yourself, how are you ever going to lead a woman? Really, dog.
Well, not only that, but you can't respect her if you don't respect you. If you don't respect you, then that means you don't have standards for yourself. If you don't have standards for yourself, there's no way you have the nerve to have standards for anybody else.
The respect is so important to me. I would rather a woman respect me than love me. For real. I mean, they fall in love with me. It just happens. But I need them to respect me.
Don't we
or
all?
I can't rock with them, dog. I can't. They can't be in my life. They can't be in my circle. Respect is more important than anything to me. All right, let's see what else we're working with here besides her picture with a fish and a dead deer. Her healthy obsession is her dogs. We know how TK thinks about that.
You remember when baby girl used to stare at him while he ate? Used to drive him crazy.
All right, it says, to me, self-care is a long, hot bath with a good book.
Bless that bitch.
I love women who read, dog.
Yeah, but here's the problem.
My personal hell is Taylor Swift.
Bless that bitch.
Because Taylor's pretty and she's not. Sorry.
All right, what were you about to say with a long hot bath and a good book?
I think that she had better get used to doing that a lot. I mean, listen, I'm not trying to be mean when I say that, but look, when you've already gotten past that wall age, and by that I mean 32 to 35, and listen, you can argue with me all you want, but the fact of the matter is 90% of the time girls are a lot more fun before that age. Not like that. So once you've hit that age, you're going to have to show us some kind of substance because the style has already.
Well, yeah, I need some substance, and this profile just isn't giving that to me. There's nothing in it that makes me think, man, I need to go have a drink with her. I'd like to get to know her a little bit better.
And I mean, honestly, she could have left it.
She'd be a lot of fun. I'm not getting any of that.
She could have left it exactly as she did, as far as what she said. And if she was like that much hotter, I might have thought about swiping right, but probably not.
Hey, Lucifer, shout out to you. Appreciate the comment.
Absolutely, man. I agree.
All right. So this woman is not for me, Johnny.
Actually, Lucifer, probably.
I'm not seeing anything in here that makes me want to rock with her. All right, let me preview this next profile real quick. All right, let's bring this up. Okay, we got Lilia. Okay. It says just an old soul who appreciates genuine connection and simple things. Never married.
You know how many
no
profiles
kids.
I've read that on?
What? Never married, no kids?
No, old
Or looking
soul.
for genuine connections?
Well, okay, old soul and looking for genuine connections. I mean, okay, here's the thing. I'm not saying she doesn't mean it when she says that. What I am saying is that that is such a cliche thing for girls to say on these kinds of sites. Look, to your average man, who, by the way, we're not coaching, we're coaching average men to be better men. But to the average man who doesn't think he needs help, he might think you're deep enough for him to swipe right on, and then he's going to end up sending you a message and talking to crickets.
Right. Well,
I mean,
most of these guys
if
are
this girl is watching this, I'm just saying, make it a little more riveting. But 2 out of your 3 statements are the kinds of things that I read on, or at least I read when I was on the dating profiles. At least 75 to 80% of the profile.
okay. Well, when she says she appreciates genuine connection and simple things, dog, that's the Carrie K. Zag Company line. Shout out to K. Zag and the Return of Manhood. Check out that YouTube channel. That K. Zag is one of the best dating coaches on YouTube, and there's so much information to help men on his channel. You guys should all check it out.
I agree.
All right. Never married, no kids. Johnny, I see that a lot on these profiles.
How old is she?
Let me run that back. I think she's in her 40s. Yeah, 45.
Now, listen, I'm not saying that's necessarily absolutely a red flag because she's a little bit big, so I can kind of see why maybe she's still single. But if it's not her size, it's probably a combination of her size and maybe a couple of other things. Look, I mean, again, I'll be the farthest person from body shaming anybody, so I'm not going to go any further than that. But what I will say is, if you don't take care of yourself physically, you can't take care of yourself mentally, because physically is way easier. Okay, take care of that first. That will handle the mental part, but I think she's got a lot of work to do before she can actually step forward and look for a meaningful relationship. And at her age, I don't know how much time she's really got.
Well, again, my problem with this one is like the last one. I'm not seeing anything in here that makes me think, I'm interested in her. So I'm going to pass on this one.
Everything I see here says swipe left. Yeah.
And I rarely use all my swipes. You get a certain amount every day.
All right, well, that's because they're expecting you to be the average man. Remember, we're helping those guys out, though.
All right, we got Simone. She's 43. I don't know why I keep getting the 40-year-olds tonight, man.
Well, they think we like girls.
Hold on, TK.
Frankly, we don't.
Hey, TK, give me a second, man. I'll get the Skype up and running for you. I actually haven't had that up in like a week or two.
Dude, if nothing else, we need to get TK out here to Pittsburgh.
All right, give me just a minute. I'll get that.
Yep.
All right, while I'm doing that, Jill says she gave up a long time ago, Johnny.
And there's nothing wrong with that because, listen, the pressures of this world, the way things are in the dating world, hey, man, I get it. Just like the guys who are black pill. And by black pill, those guys aren't the ones that are red pill who figured everything out and know what to do. No, the black pill guys are the ones who they definitely figured everything out and said, you know what, I'm out. And there's black pill women too. And look, the way society has us conditioned to believe what love is supposed to be is based on music and rom-coms. Well, if that's all it is, hell yeah, I'm out too. All right, I get it. So, I mean, if the way things are versus the way things were explained to you are that vast of a difference to the point where you either don't understand it or don't care to understand it, look, I absolutely 150% get it. And, hey, man, best of luck to you. Enjoy the other aspects of life. And there are absolutely many. But to those of you who still have hope in finding love, romance, and God forbid, a successful relationship, I guess that's why we're here.
All right, let's check out Simone, see what we got. Well, TK, give me a second.
But I'm
man.
with you on that,
I'll
too.
get you on the line here in just a minute. All right, we don't got a bio here. She says her perfect Sundays include waking up early and no rush to do anything, meditating, doing yoga, and relaxing. On Sundays, I usually binge watch a good TV show or watch movies.
I think if that were true, she would actually tell us what TV show it was. That sounds like a stock comment.
If I had to describe dating me in 3 words, it would be easy, fun,
Don't
and
do it.
chill. I'm hoping you are open, kind, honest, with a little bad boy edge, a good communicator who believes in consistency, and someone who enjoys life. Now,
I'm going to translate that for you. I hope that you are somebody with very low. I hope you're somebody with very low standards that I can still be attracted to and respect like crazy, even though you settle for somebody who looks like that.
All right. What she says here, open, kind, and honest. Let me stop with that because a lot of guys aren't that. They're not open. They're not kind unless they're trying to be a nice guy,
But they can be persuaded to if you're attractive enough,
and they're not honest because they're not even honest with themselves about what they're looking for. So, okay, finding someone who's open, kind, and honest is already going to be very difficult. Now she wants someone who's open, kind, and honest with a little bad boy edge. So, all them square white collar dudes that just don't do it for her, she's not interested in them. A good communicator who believes in consistency. Now, Johnny, I got to tell you, consistency is key. TK, hold on a second, man. I got you, brother. I got my phone paired with the Rodecaster, TK.
All right.
So I can call you. I can call your number. I can call. We can do it through Facebook. I think I could take Facebook calls through here too. If y'all have some questions.
Let
me get TK on the line here first. Get his 2 cents in. So I like some of the stuff she's saying in the profile, Johnny, but
yeah, I mean
it's not enough. It's like I said, that's the Carrie Kazak company line there. Open, kind, honest, bad boy edge, good communicator who believes in consistency. There's not a woman out there who doesn't want that.
Well, here's the thing. If those are her requirements, like you said, every woman wants that. And look, we guys are going to need a good first impression, which means you're going to have to be, pretty hot. And no, look, I mean, I can appreciate that she's being honest about what she's looking for, but like you said, everybody's looking for that. I'll never forget when I was 18 years old, I was a busboy at Denny's. And I remember thinking that I had the bright idea of saying, hey, maybe I'll just tell my manager I can only work Monday through Friday, 7 to 3. Until I realized everybody wants to work Monday through Friday, 7 to 3. And it depends on, number 1, how much seniority you have. Number 2, how good a worker you are. Number 3, quality. And in this case, I can appreciate what she's looking for, but what she's looking for has a lot more competition than a body type like hers is going to be able to handle. And remember, that's first impression. Look, I don't like it any better than anybody else does, but she wouldn't get past that first step.
All right, sorry about this. All right, TK, it's me calling you. Shit. Let me try one more time.
That's a cell phone reception down there in West by God.
No, it's me. I've been having so many technical difficulties today. I mean, that's why we were a half hour late on the stream. We're probably closer to 45 minutes.
I think it's funny that we have remote control cars and drones on another planet, but we can't make this work.
Well, I always make it work.
No.
Craig says she's too spiritual.
What's happening?
All right, TK, we got you on. I got to get back to the profiles. Greg says she's
Right on,
too
guys.
spherical. I'm really not feeling her anyway, dog.
Yeah, man. I mean, she don't really seem like your type, to be honest with you.
Turn this up.
Hold on, I'm gonna exit out of there.
Yeah, go ahead and jump out of that. Let me check out this next profile. No, not this one. Let me find another one.
All right, can you hear me?
All right, I'm gonna do like I did last time. I'm gonna mute the conversation so I can watch the video until I talk.
All right, TK. Next up, we got Haley. She's 34. I like the little glasses look on her.
Yeah, I'm kind of in that. I mean, lose
Okay.
a shirt. Like,
All right, I'll break the ice first. I'm 5'1" because apparently height matters. I'm here looking for that someone who will reach the top shelf for me. Some say I'm sassy and witty. I just say character. Feeling a little optimistic here and giving Bumble another go. Hey, man, I like women who are like,
aw, is that
5'1"
hot?
to
Is that hot girl
5'3".
having a hard time meeting men in person? That poor girl. You should message her right away. She's having a hard time meeting men looking like that.
Hey, but Johnny, they're all like losers, or they're thirsty, desperate, and needy. They beg her for her phone number. They take her out to dinners without even knowing her. She is so bored of these suckers. She's just waiting for a real man to come along, dog.
And she would come see you, but her car needs a $400 repair. But if somebody could just cash app it to her, she'll be right
No.
there tonight.
Hashtag her debit card works too. So she will be driving herself to come see me. I don't even know where she's at, dog. I think I have it set for like about 40 miles away. So
And see, that's another question. Now, I'm glad you said that. Does her profile say what city she's located?
They all do. But it doesn't matter what city she's located in because she's coming to me anyway. Either way, she's going to come out here. Okay. So I'm offering the first date. It's going to be drinks. I'm going to pay for those drinks because I offered it. But since I'm a man and I lead women, I'm going to give her a time and place to meet me. And that place is going to be somewhere that's not very far for me. But if she's got to drive 45 minutes to get there, she will. Or like Johnny Dumbbell teaches that about indicators of interest. Look, when they're into you, they will drive 45 minutes to get to you. And that's going to show you how into you she is. So don't match with some woman that's 45 minutes or an hour away from you and then drive out to see her. How is that?
But make no mistake. I will admit this. On our part, it does depend on how much and how well you built value when you were telling her who you were.
Well,
building value is a step that should take place right after qualifying the person.
You're saying
qualifying her is reading the
value.
site.
I'm not looking at it like that. I'm trying to spark her interest. I'm doing.
That is literally building value.
All right, let's keep going here because we're just going to have to agree to disagree for now.
It really is the same.
She's sassy and witty. I don't know, dog. I might like her. See, look, she blocked out the
sassy and witty means that she interrupts you when you're making a point and she doesn't listen to what you say.
2 truths and a lie. I'm pretty, mentally sane, and hilariously funny.
I'm going to call mentally sane the lie.
All right, let's see what else we got here.
Because she's hot, she hasn't heard the word no that many times.
My personal hell,
it really is.
My personal hell is explaining to my mother what dating is today after she asked me how my date went.
Translation, she's ashamed to tell her mother what she did to get a guy to like her.
Hey, she keeps getting more interesting to me. All right. My simple pleasures are the smell of fresh cut grass, stargazing underneath the night sky, empty gyms, and catching the sunrise.
I guarantee she Googled the 5 most happy the 5 things that make most people happy.
All right. I'm going to swipe on her, but she's 45 miles away. So she's going to have to come to me, dog.
I'll be there for you when she screws you over. I'm kidding, of course.
Hey, Greg says she's got this repressed librarian look. Hey, Greg,
Thank
I
you.
agree, dog.
No. And see, Greg, here's the thing, man. Greg, I'm going to tell you what, and you know, and I know, and I guarantee you already know this, but I'm going to say it anyway. It's an act, and she wants to see who falls for it. And
No,
she'll pick the guy that's willing to sacrifice the most to get with.
Cute, man.
I don't think it's
She got a nice little nerdy thing going on.
I'm getting some real repressed vibes around here, dog. Like I
what?
think I would be able to open her up to some new memorable, pleasurable experiences. And I think I could have
That's
some
what
fun
she
with
wants
this
you to
one,
think. Dude, I'm telling you, that's what she wants you to think. These girls are not stupid. They know what guys think, they know what guys want, and they know how to get to them.
All
now,
right, Johnny, we're talking about
and listen. I know we're talking about you, dude. You have a 7-pound cock, and we all know it. But here's the thing: girls like this. Shut up, Jake. Girls like this. No, stop laughing. No, girls like this know what guys need to hear in order to. To me, I call it a call to action. Now, reread that statement.
Okay, it says, you know what? Here's the thing, Johnny. Before
No, just reread it, and I promise you, there's a point.
She might have a playbook for how she deals with guys, but let me tell you something. When she comes across me, that playbook goes out the window because I am breaking every rule, every stereotype, everything she's ever thought before. I'm raising the bar. I'm telling you, bro.
Okay, but we're advising. Listen. We're advising guys who are nowhere near your level. So we gotta kind of break it down.
Tonight, dog. So what I'm trying to tell you is that her plan doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is if she's going to follow my lead. Because if she's not going to follow my lead, then I'm not wasting my time. But if this repressed librarian wants to drive all the way out here to have a drink with me, then I'm going to oblige her, dog. I'm swiping on her.
You know that, and I know that.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is.
I'd go with that too, man.
All right, let's do one more tonight, and then I got to wrap it up. I'm sorry we were late. We will come back next week with more Bumble dating profiles. But let's.
And by the way, like and subscribe for more tips because we've all got more to tell you.
Absolutely, like the stream, subscribe to our channels, especially Johnny and TK. TK's on the phone. I'll put up his stuff too, but. All three of us have a lot of wisdom to share with you guys, and we all have extensive experience with women, man. You guys, you can't stump us. You can ask us any questions you have. We got you. Now,
dude, especially when it comes to fitness. TK is so lean, he can't stand up straight.
All right. Let's see what we're working here with Nicole. Registered nurse. Johnny, you know how I feel about nurses.
Man, you know what? Listen, ever since I've been here in Pittsburgh, and I don't know what it is, but like nurses, actually smart, successful women have been attracted to me. And I can't figure out why. That's the one thing that has stumped me because I've always felt the man should lead. And I still feel the man should lead. And I still can't figure out why smart, attractive, successful women look at me and go, yeah, that's what I want.
All right, let's see what we're working here with Nicole. I'm a hardworking single mama of one. I take pride in being a hospice nurse. If I'm not working, I'm momming. I enjoy cooking, baking, reading.
Bless that bitch.
Golfing, working out, running, hiking, and trying new restaurants. I'm looking for a long-term relationship, nothing short of that. Hey, dog, I
Doesn't
like a
seem
woman
like
who
she
knows
don't
what
have
she
much
wants.
time. Doesn't seem like she
Now,
don't
see,
have much time
this is
for,
what-
for
yeah.
you.
Well, she
Yep.
only has one kid.
Okay, so here's the thing.
Yeah, seems like you got a lot
So-
going
so
on there,
Billy.
man.
TK and I both love you, and there is a chance this profile could be bullshit, but I would swipe right just in case.
Well, let's see what else she's working with here.
Yeah, you never know.
So far.
When
Yeah,
you
so
when
far,
you start
so far,
laying the
so far.
pipe, when you start laying the pipe, man, there's no telling what she might do if she gets hooked on it.
Dog, I know
TK, I fucking love you.
what she's gonna do if she gets hooked on the pipe, dog. I start piping
Some-
her down.
Some females can be much more dedicated than others, man.
Absolutely. Some women will go hard for you. They really will.
Yeah.
And,
No
and
matter
that's
what they
got
that's
going
I'm
on.
looking for.
Yeah, no matter what they got going on, it just depends, you know.
All right, let's see what else. Working
Damn.
out, going for a run. I could work
Shit.
out with her.
Oh, she's banging. I'll give her that.
After work, you can find me whipping up dinner for myself and my daughter, hanging out with her and our dog. Hey, you know how I feel about women who cook, gentlemen.
And she seems pretty down to earth.
The world would be a better place with more kind and genuine people.
Isn't that
Sorry, that's my bad.
All right, there's that dog. Looks like she got a little bit of ink.
She's cute, man.
Dog, I'm sleeping on this one.
Not to mention, yeah, she's fucking got a rocking body on her.
All right, we'll see what happens. Y'all want to do one more? Y'all want to do me tonight before we wrap this up?
Yeah, I got time.
All right. Last profile for the night. We'll check out Mia, 39. She got a bed. Looks like a girl. All right, let's see what we're working with here, gentlemen. All right. Absolutely not. What do I say?
No, that's not even her, bro.
What do I say
That's not even her.
all the time? If there's nothing put into the profile, I'm not swiping on it. And look, you're right, TK. I think you're right. Because
I know
the
it's not
first
her
and the
because
fourth
I've
picture
seen
are
that.
the same pictures, and then the
I've
second
seen
and
that
third
picture on Instagram.
she's wearing the
I've
same
seen that
dress.
picture on Instagram. Yeah,
So yeah,
and it's a completely different person.
I think we got a little fake profile there. It's all right. All right, we're going to go ahead and wrap this up tonight. We'll be back next Thursday night with some more dating profiles, and we'll be on time. I'll make sure of it. I want to thank everybody for watching. Make sure you subscribe to our channels. Follow us if you're on Facebook, and we'll be back next week. All right, we out.
Oh, yeah. Love y'all.